I think the key ways to identify, the key way to identify scam in general is to actually do your research. Do not embark on anything without doing your research. And I think oftentimes we tend to believe more the words of others. Like we tend to want to get information from other people and not really search for it ourselves. You're going to set yourself up for to fall into the hands of scammers if you always tend to rely only on the information you get from other people. Whatever information you get from people, let it be a confirmation to what you already know. So if you want to apply for a visa and you have an agent that's going to work on your visa, make sure you're not leaving your agent to know or tell you the whole information. You should have an idea of how the process should be so that whatever he then tells you, you're confirming it. Okay, if you're going to apply to schools, and you're doing it alone, do not just rely on what your friends tell you or what information. Let's say you've come to a session like this, and yes, it's quite informative. Don't just rely on what I am telling you. Make sure that you actually do your own research as well. So whatever then I say will just confirm what you already know. And I gave an example that time that while I was applying for I had already applied for my admission. I needed to apply for my visa, and at the time it was taking longer for them to process visa for Nigerian students. Okay, it was taking like 4 to 5 months, and I wanted my visa under 2 months. So I approached an agent, and she told me that it would be better if I go to Ghana and apply for my Canadian visa from Ghana. And I said, okay. And she told me all I needed was to get like 50,000 naira for flight to Ghana. She didn't talk about the expenses, the accommodation and feeding and who will I stay with and, how long it's going to take me. All she just said was, if you go to Ghana and apply, it's going to be fine. Just go look for 50,000 and we'll book your next flight. And I said, okay. Then I went and I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to check if what she's saying makes sense. And then I went online and I checked. Will my visa processing be faster if I apply in a different country? And the information that I got was that even if you apply from heaven or in the moon, as long as you have the Nigerian passport, even if you apply from US, Canada, they will still treat your process in the same way they will treat the visa process for someone applying from Nigeria. As long as your passport is Nigerian, if it's taking 4 months for Nigerians to get their visa, it's going to take you 4 months to get your visa. So I just saved myself 50,000 naira, saved myself stress, saved myself time by researching. And after knowing this information, I decided, on what to do. So this is how it works. I could have trusted her. I mean, she was a good person. In fact, she was a pastor's wife. She was a professor at a university. So she's someone you could say would give you reliable information. But I needed to do my own research, and I figured it out that actually she was wrong. It doesn't work that way. So in order to avoid scam, research. If you get an admission letter, research. Okay, you can reach out to schools. You can reach out to them by mails. You can call them. I mean, if it's cheaper for you, you can call them. You can check there are YouTube videos about schools and universities. Yeah, I always said that even on Google, you can use Google Map to check around, like how your faculty is, the distance from the bus to your classes, and all that. You can find all those information online. So the basis of everything should be research. If you're going to avoid scam, research. Check it out yourself. Check it first before you ask other people. Okay? And even if you do ask other people, make sure you go back and research and be sure that the information you receive is correct. If you're doing that, I promise you will not fall prey to any scam. If you do your research, you will never fall prey to any scam, no matter how great it is. Okay, no matter how technical the scam is, you'll be able to do well if you do your research.